Welcome back to another Seattle Seahawks franchise episode. This is week number 14 going up against the Baltimore Ravens, who come into this game here in their home stadium at a 6-6 record. They're definitely not out of the playoff race as the rest of the teams are exactly 6-6, except for the Cincinnati Bengals. Steve Smith Sr. having a tremendous season, along with Jermaine Kearse, who having a decent season. We move into this one here going at a good rate. We are 12-0 in this game. Coming into this one, we're going to try and pick up another victory here on the road in TCF Bank Stadium, and the Seahawks will love to continue their streak and get ready for the playoffs. Here is Joe Flacco having a decent season. Would like to get that completion percentage up to be considered what they would call elite. As we move on to the first play of the game, on their own 25, Joe Flacco is going to hand it off to, I believe, Taliaferro. I believe it's something along those lines. I'm not sure of the exact pronunciation, but we're just going to call him Lorenzo. And Lorenzo is getting the handoff again and picking up another good gain of yardage, as Justin Forsett would be out of this game. He would be coming back next week. 1st and 10 now. Ravens on their own 46, throwing to the left and finding Steve Smith for the reception and picking up a first down. A 2nd and 11 now, handing off to Allen, and Allen will get the handoff and be able to pick up about nothing because it would be a loss of 1. Flacco dropping back to pass, throwing to his left, finding Steve Smith. Steve Smith gets off Earl Thomas and Jeremy Lane, taking it to the end zone for the touchdown. And Steve Smith, a tremendous reception and tremendous job of getting into the end zone and being able to pick up the reception, but more importantly, getting off of both Jeremy Lane and Earl Thomas, something you will not see often in the Seahawks games. But for sure, we saw it here. And now the Seahawks offense coming into this one, having one of the best years in Russell Wilson's career. 38, 83 yards, 33 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and 67.2 completion percentage. 1st and 10, the Seahawks on their own 20. And off to Marshawn Lynch. He will get the handoff, moving it to the 30, picking up 10 yards. They move to a 3rd and 7 on their own 35. Wilson dropped back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to find Chris Matthews over the middle, who will pick up the first down, moving the ball 8 yards. 2nd and 9 now on their own 43. Wilson dropping back to pass. He's looking around, has plenty of time. Still looking around. He finally finds Jimmy Graham, who cannot make the reception. And the Seahawks would punt the ball away. Baltimore getting the ball now. 1st and 10 on their own 23. Flacco throwing it deep into the air. It's going to be an incompletion. A good try by Flacco, but it wasn't good enough. 3rd and 7 now on their own 27. The Ravens. This one is going to be incomplete. Wagner was on in the coverage. 2nd and 10 now. Seahawks on their own 29. Finding Jermaine Kearse, making the reception. Now pick up after the reception, though, but they do get a first down. 1st and 10 now, hand off to Marshawn Lynch. He gets the run. The ball about 6 yards. To Baltimore's 48 now, 2nd and 4. Wilson dropped back to pass. He sees Chris Matthews wide open, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Can he take it the distance? He is almost in the end zone. He does not get into it. He was 1 yard away from a touchdown. We challenged it and lost the challenge, but the very next play goes to Marshawn Lynch, running it up the middle and able to pick up the rushing touchdown again for Marshawn Lynch. He's having a decent season so far this year. He'd like to get a little bit more runs considering it's the end of the year. We're getting close to it at least, as the Seahawks would tie this game up. This one's thrown over to the right, kind of a screen play, and it was all but stuffed by our defense. Now Lorenzo getting the handoff and picking up 7. Now on their own 40 now, 1st and 10. Flacco drops back to pass. They're doing another kind of screen type thing. Throwing it to Welker again, and Wes Welker will not pick up anything. 3rd and 7 now. The Seahawks will get the ball on their own 23. Wilson drops back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to lob it into the air. It's going to be incomplete. And the Seahawks would go with a 3 and out as soon as they got the ball back. 1st and 10 now. Flacco throwing to his left, finding Steve Smith Sr. for the reception. I'll just call him Steve Smith from here on out. 1st and 10 now on their own 29. Play action. Flacco throwing, finding Pitta. Dennis Pitta is able to pick up the reception. I believe his first name is Dennis. 1st and 10 now. Flacco handing off to Lorenzo. Lorenzo taking it to the left, going down the field and getting a bunch of yardage, but he was hurt on the play. They're already short on running backs as it is, and with another injury, that's tough. Allen now getting the handoff, and Allen is taking it to the Seattle's 10-yard line, picking up 22 yards on that run. Once again, Allen getting it, but the very next play, he loses 3 Second and 13 now on Seattle's 13. Flacco drops back to pass. There's a flag on the play. Throwing to the left, finding Wes Welker. It's a touchdown, but there is a flag for holding on the Baltimore Ravens, and this one would come back as they would end up having to settle for 3. Second and 17 now. Wilson and the Seahawks getting the ball. He kind of wanted to throw that to Jimmy Graham, but he decides to just take it himself and get the first down. Second and 13, Seahawks on their own 29, play action. Wilson drops back the pass. He's looking around. He's going to take it himself again. He's going to go ahead and slide into the ground and make the guy fly in the air. 3rd and 5 now on their own 37. Wilson getting ready here to hike back and drop the pass and find Paul Richardson. It was not good enough for a first down. It's 1 yard on their own 41. It's a very risky opportunity here, but they go for it on the 4th and 1 and do so successfully, moving to their own 45. 1st and 10. Wilson is going to be sacked. So it seems like they're not having a good day so far on offense, at least when it comes to pass coverage. They're trying to get some things going here, and this will definitely get them going here. Marshawn Lynch taking it to Baltimore's 38-yard line, moving from our 38 to their 38 and picking up a first down. 2nd and 7 now on Baltimore's 35, throwing to Jimmy Graham, who will pick up the reception and the first down. 3rd and 10 now on Baltimore's 15. Wilson rolling out to his right, and he's going to be sacked. And there would be an injury on the play. It was an abdominal, I think it was an abdominal strain. He would come back into the game, and Bobby Wagner is going to pick up the recovered fumble after a huge hit by our defensive player. As we look at this replay, at least I hope there is a replay on this one. Yes, there is. As we look at this replay, Dennis Pitta tried to make the reception and got hit hard by our man, KJ Wright. A huge hit by KJ Wright, just being able to knock the ball out of his hands. I seem to have better effect with the X button, rather, this is on Xbox or Square, X button instead of using the hit stick when I'm trying to fumble the ball. It's weird, but it's an aggressive tackle and it works better. The very next play now, Seahawks on their 9. 1st and goal now. After a 17-yard pickup by Jimmy Graham, it's thrown to Jermaine Kearse. If Marshawn Lynch maybe makes an extra tackle there, it's probably 7. 2nd and goal now on the 3, throwing to Jimmy Graham. Finding the reception is Jimmy Graham for a touchdown, someone who would be very beneficial for a 1-yard situation. Yes, you guys know what I'm talking about. Great job by the Seahawks getting into the end zone, picking up a touchdown, and taking the lead before the end of this half. Is now the Baltimore Ravens would like to retaliate before the half ends. 3rd and 5 on their own 25. Flacco dropped back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to be sacked. It's going to be a sack by number 97, I believe that was Jordan Hill. And now that would do it for the first half. The Seahawks are winning the passing category, but everything else they are losing in, except the score and takeaways, I guess. But they are losing in rushing and average yards per play. Defense would like to step it up a little bit more. Doing a good job, maybe not giving up points. Moving to their own 27 now, the Seahawks, the first play of the second half. Wilson's going to take it himself, and he's going to slide down into the ground, picking up 8. Now on their own 31, 3rd and 21, Wilson is going to throw it to Jimmy Graham. He's almost there to the first down marker, but he can't get to it. It's a 17-yard pickup. And the Ravens start on their own 6. Flacco dropping back to pass. He's throwing to his left, finding Bobby Wagner. Finding Bobby Wagner, at least for the tackle. 3rd and 12 now on their own 4. Handing off to Allen. This one's rolled out to the right. Chancer can make the tackle. Thomas can't make the tackle. Can Jeremy Lane pick up the tackle? No, he is not able to. He does, but he doesn't. As he was still on his feet, if the out-of-bounds marker wasn't there, we would definitely not have... Essentially what would have happened is a touchdown. And this one is a great job by Steve Smith getting in front of Marcus Burley and able to make the reception. And now moving to Seattle's 27. Flacco drops back to pass. He's going to be hit, sacked, fumbled. Jordan Hill will jump on the football and pick up the fumble reception. The second fumble of the day given up by the Baltimore Ravens, one by Dennis Pitta. And the second one given up by Joe Flacco. It looked like he wanted to throw this ball away, but he wasn't able to do it in enough time. And the Seahawks will get the ball on their own 38 now. 6:38 remains in the third quarter. Handing off to Marshawn Lynch for the first play of the line of scrimmage. Marshawn Lynch taking it out to the left and getting a good amount of yardage. He has 10 rushes, 47 yards, and 1 touchdown in this game so far. Handing off to Marshawn Lynch again. Good blocking all around. Marshawn Lynch takes it to their 39, a pickup of 8. 3rd and 2 now. Lynch getting the handoff again. Excuse me, that's Robert Turbin. No longer a Seahawk. It was good to have him in a Seahawks uniform. Sad it didn't work out. 1st and 10 now on Baltimore's 34. Wilson play action, throwing to his right, finding Luke Wilson. The Wilson to Wilson connection. Wilson is going to dive for the end zone, unlike C. Matt. Chris Matthews didn't do the same thing. but Luke Wilson took notice and decided to dive for the end zone for a touchdown. The Seahawks will make this a 2-possession lead, and before you know it, this game can be a definite nail-biter because Baltimore has done a decent amount of job of getting yards and getting plays, but we'll see if they can get enough going in the fourth quarter, at least third and fourth quarter, to possibly make a comeback as they're down by 2 scores and they're running out of time. There's a flag on the play, and it would be on the Baltimore Ravens for a hold. 3rd and 21 now on their own 9. Flacco drops back to pass. He's throwing to his right, finding nobody. Richard Sherman and Steve Smith both went up for the ball, and Sherman was able to knock it out. 3rd and 2 on Baltimore's 32. Turbin is going to be getting the handoff, picking up 8 yards. 3rd and 9 now on their 23. Play action. Wilson drops back to pass. He's throwing a bullet to Tyler Lockett, picking up the reception, and it's now a 2nd and goal. It's a halfback pitch to the right side. Marshawn Lynch will move into the end zone for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day, and the Seahawks will take a 3-possession lead in this one, and the Seahawks are trying to pull away fast, and if they want to do so, they're doing it correctly with all these touchdowns that they are getting late. As we look at the end of the third quarter now, the Seahawks have outscored the Ravens 14-0 here in this second half. Throwing to the left now, finding their receiver. I did not catch his name tag, and he will take this the distance into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Baltimore Ravens would strike right back with a touchdown of their own just a few moments into the fourth quarter. And the Seahawks are just, shocked. They're definitely not giving up in this one, as Aiken was the one picking up the reception and taking it into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Seahawks lead is trimmed down to 2 scores. Moving now to the next play, 3rd and 11. On our own 19, Wilson is going to run the play action. He's dropping back to pass. He's looking around, throwing to the right side to Graham. It's going to be incomplete, and the Baltimore Ravens would get the ball back. They have plenty of time left here if they want to make a comeback. This one was run by Flacco. If Sherman isn't aware of that, it's an easy 10-15 yard pickup. Maybe not considering Chancellor is creeping in, but at the same time, here's the next play. Halfback screen thrown to their receiver. 37 is taking this down the field and almost getting into the end zone. Chancellor was able to chase him down, and the Seahawks now are trying to find some answers here on defense. 3rd and goal now. Baltimore's on the Seahawks 10. Flacco drops back to pass. It's caught. It's going to be pushed out by Sherman. Steve Smith can't get into the end zone. They would settle for 3. 1st and 10. Seahawks on their own 20. Wilson dropping back to pass. He's rolling out to his right. He's going to throw it up in the air for Jermaine Kearse. And Jermaine Kearse takes it to 20, the 10. He will take it all the way for the touchdown. And the Seahawks will come right back with a score of their own. It seems like they retaliate absolutely well when it comes to adversity. For some reason, every single time the other team gives up, or whenever our defense gives up a touchdown, the Seahawks just come right back with a touchdown of their own. I don't know if I play better when I'm giving up something. I don't know what it is, but our whole entire mentality changes. Good job by Jermaine Kearse getting open and getting the reception and taking it to the end zone. 2nd and 6 now. Ravens on their own 27, throwing to Allen. Allen is going to get the reception. He would pick up a 1st down. 1st and 10 now on their own 34. 5:37 remains in the fourth quarter. Flacco drops back the pass. He's going to find Steve Smith, and Steve Smith would pick up the reception and move to Seattle's 46. Flacco dropping back right here, or at least changed up the play at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be dropping back here. Dropping back the pass, looking around, throwing, finding Gilmore. Gilmore is going to try to get away from Earl Thomas. He won't be able to do so. 3rd and 4 now on Seattle's 12. Flacco drops back to pass. He's throwing over the middle, finding Williams. He will pick up the reception, but he doesn't get into the end zone, and time is running out here. 38-20, 3rd and goal. 2:36 remains. Flacco drops back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to be sacked by Thorold Simon and Brandon Mebane. The last play of the game right here. Will it be good enough? 4th and goal. Flacco drops back to pass. He's throwing. It's going to be incomplete, and that would do it for this game. That was the last play, considering that if Baltimore didn't convert, it was essentially over. And now the Seahawks will continue their winning streak, moving to a perfect 13-0, as the whole entire media is all around them, wondering if they will complete the perfect season, as there's 3 games left. We have the Browns coming up next week, another opponent from their division, the Ravens division and Steelers division. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys have a great day. If you did enjoy, please leave me a like, comment, pause, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.